Hi everyone, welcome back to Kat's Book Corner, where we talk about all things book and bookish. Because it's the start of the new year, Happy New Year everyone. I'm going to do my December wrap up, and I only read 4 books. I wasn't reading a lot. Let's just say that. And they were all alright. There were some I liked more than others, and there were some that were just really good. I don't think I had a 5-star though. But there wasn't any really bad ones. I liked all of them enough, I think. Okay. Let's see, which one to start with? Oh, obviously it'll be spoiler, non-spoiler, as it always is with my wrap-ups. Okay. Starting with Siege and Storm, which is the third in the Shadow and Bone trilogy. This one was I think a 4.5. Yes, a 4.5. I enjoyed this one more than Shadow and Bone. Though I still find Mal and Alina annoying. I still don't like them. So, there's that. But it takes place directly after Shadow and Bone. Well, I think maybe 3 months after. Like, there's a tiny little time skip that doesn't really matter, so. There's that, follows Mal and Alina, and we get Nikolai, and I love Nikolai. I think he's become my new favorite character in this series. I love him a lot. I love the pirate, Sturmon. If you know, you know. I still find Mal super boring. Alina has sort of won me over just a bit. Like, she's gotten a lot more interesting in this book, so I really liked that. I liked that she was, well, a lot more interesting than she was in the first book. All of Nikolai's quotes were really funny. I really love Nikolai. He became my favorite character, so I'm like, I really love Nikolai. The plot was good. I did find a little bit of it repetitive of the first book. But there were some things I did like about the plot. It was just kind of boring. Yeah. Though I do love the magic system. Like, I can't really complain about that. Like, the magic system is still really great. It still has some of my favorite stuff. Sorry, just fixing the camera a little bit. But it still has some of my favorite magic system. Like, I love the Grisha. I love the way the powers work. I love all of that. I think it's so interesting. Let's see, what else did I like about it? I liked how we got more world building, and I love this world, so I will not complain with more world building. And we got some piratey stuff, which was part of the reason why I love Six of Crows. Not that and the Found Family, but it had some piratey stuff, which was fun. Had some court politics kind of stuff, which I love. I love that kind of stuff. I find that interesting. It also had an extra story featuring Genya, which I really liked her story. It takes place in Shadow and Bone, but it's from her side, which is good. I mean, I just find Mal really boring. Like, he doesn't really bring a lot to the table. Though there are points where I am interested in him. I'll bring that up in the spoiler section. But those points don't come up nearly enough for me to be like, oh, I like this character. So there's that. And he bugs me. He really, really does. But there is a lot I really, really like about the magic system. I like the way they're explaining it. I like the way how there's a cost, like, to the magic. Like, there's a reason why the Grisha don't push that far, which I learned in Six of Crows for, well, that reason. But I do like how, like, it was invented here and, like, carried through. So I do like that. But, otherwise, it was alright. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I liked it more than Six of Crows. Not more than Six of Crows. I don't know where that came from, but I liked it more than Shadow and Bone. I enjoyed it. It was an easy read, so I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. Okay, moving on to a book I was actually really looking forward to, The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy. This one was a 4-star. It's very cliche, very cheesy, but I loved it. I think that's what I needed at the time. Like, it was very cliche, very cheesy, and I really liked it. And it has one of my favorite tropes at the end. Like, literally, like, the last paragraph has my favorite trope in it. Well, one of my favorite tropes. So I'll read that when we get to the spoiler section. But it follows... what's his face? Osric and Aradine. And she's a healer, and he's an assassin. And he has, like, this debilitating, disease, and she's one of the only people who can figure out a way to heal it. So they have to, like, unwillingly work together. And, like, they, like, absolutely despise each other in the beginning. And it's really funny to read all of the insults they throw at each other. And they throw them out, like, the entire book. It's just so good. And, like, the way that they come to, like, an understanding, being like, I guess we have to work together, is just... I really like it. I really, really do like it. It was just really good and, like, kind of unexpected. Like, I expected I would love it, and I didn't love it as much as I thought I would. But it was still really fun, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't know, I really liked the way they bounced off each other. Like, it was really, really good. And, like, it was dual POV, so we got both perspectives. And, like, the way their feelings changed internally of how they think about each other was just, that was really cute, and I really, really liked that. Let's see. Well, there's also, like, this other plot that's happening that they have to work out together about, like, this plague that Aradine is researching. And, like, why is it happening? Why is it only affecting these specific people? Like, that is really interesting, too. And, like, it leads into the second book that'll come out in the summer, which I'm excited about. And I like the magic system, like how each person, like, in the magic world, like, has a specific clan that they're a part of. And, like, you get, like, it's kind of like a brand you would get on your palm. And you're able to focus your magic through it more. But there also is a cost. Like, if you use too much, like, something physical will happen to you. Like, Aradine is, like, her can start peeling and bleeding. Osric, I think, goes partially blind. Like, they are bad costs, which is why you don't overdo it. Which is, I really, really liked that. And, like, there's the Dark Orders, and, like, there's the Good Orders, and she's part of the Good Orders, which is why hers is on the right hand, and, like, the Dark ones are on the left, and it's just, that's how they know that, like, they're the bad guys, and it's just, it's really, really fun. And there wasn't really a POV that I liked more. Like, the same with so many other books that I've read this year. Like, both POVs were both interesting. Like, there wasn't one I was like, get me out of this one so I can be in a different one. Like, I really, really, really liked it. It was so, so good. Like, it gives you what the book will be about from, like, the name of the first chapter. Like, the name of the first chapter is The Irresistible Bastard Meets the Immovable Bitch. Like, it sells what it is from the beginning. Like, it basically tells you that it's going to be, like, a fun old time, but it's still going to be a book, like, it's going to be cliche and stuff, but it's still going to have, like, kind of, like, an impact. And there's even, like, a glossary in it, which is really fun. And there's, like, what the orders are. Like, it gives you, like, a little bit of the orders. And, like, there's even, like, a pronunciation guide, which is really helpful in learning to pronounce all the names. But I don't know, I really, really enjoy this. And I am looking forward to the next book that comes out. Okay, moving on to the next one. We have Stealing Embers. Which is book 1 in the Fallen Legacy series, and it's the one that has the really pretty cover. This one was... Let me see. This one was a 3.5 star. I didn't love it, but I also didn't hate it. It was very, very tropey and very cliche. Way more, in my opinion, cliche to the irresistible urge to fall for your enemy. But I did kind of like it. It gave me a lot of Zodiac Academy feels. But I liked Zodiac Academy a little bit more. So there's that, but it gave me kind of like those feels, which was nice. It follows Emberlyn and like her realizing she has a place in this Nephilim angel world, which is fun. And she's learning like to control her powers, and like she meets all these new people, and she meets the brooding guy named Steel. And like I liked all of Steel's siblings. Steel's siblings were actually really good because he has 2 younger twin brothers who are Grayson and... what is it? Grayson... Give me 1 second. I will find it. Grayson and Sterling. I really like them. And then he has 2 younger twin siblings. Named... those ones I don't remember. Let's see. Aurora and... where's the other one? But it's Aurora and... what is the other one? Blaze. Aurora and Blaze. I really like those. They're fun. I like Ash, which is another one of her friends. I like all the side characters. All the side characters were fun. Steel was a little annoying. I didn't necessarily love Steel. I did like the world building and like the angel hierarchies. Those were fun, and like the powers that come with them. And I am interested in her, like who her angel parentage is from, because based on like the cliffhanger it kind of left off on, I'm really interested. So I will continue the series. It's just, I don't know, it just didn't hit me. It was kind of boring for parts. like they're fighting against the Forsaken and Fallen, who can take over like angels, like the Nephilim, like can take them over. So they're fighting against those people, and like that's like there's like this whole other world that only Nephilims can see, and Amberlynn didn't know what it was for like the longest time, and then she figures it out, and she's like, "Oh, I've always been able to see that." And people are like, "How have you stayed hidden for so long?" Normally, angels who don't know their parentage die within like years, so it's like there's a lot of mystery about that, which I like. And I called the plot twist like almost immediately. So there's that. So I was a little disappointed, though not as disappointed as I was to the final book I'm going to show you. So there's that one. And moving on to the last one, which was Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider. This one was a 4.75. It was almost a 5, but I called the plot twist, and I was so pissed that I called it. I was so pissed. But the story was still good. And the funny thing is, like, I called the plot twist, like, here. Like, I called the plot twist, like, around chapter 5. Like, I called it. But because the story was so engaging and they don't bring up, that sort of plot point up until, like, the end, I forgot about it. And I was actually enjoying the story. But, like, once the plot twist happened, I was like, I called this. I did. I didn't call it 100%, so I was still really happy about that. But I did call it enough to where I was disappointed. But I am interested in where it'll go in the second book. But this follows Bryn. And like she's trying like to be like where she really belongs sort of thing. Like that's kind of fun. And like she meets the soldier when she goes to land for the first time. His name is Acker. He's fun. I like him. I like him a lot. I think he's really, really cute. And like she has to like leave everything she knew behind, and she realizes, oh no, could something actually be happening here? Like a lot of things, which is just ugh. But I'm upset because I called the plot twist and I was annoyed about it. But I don't think many people could have called that plot twist because it literally came out of nowhere. And I think it was because this was advertised as having the craziest plot twist that I was like looking into it, being like, what could a crazy plot twist be? So I picked the craziest option, and it turns out I was right. So I was upset just a little bit. But not enough to like really like lose a lot, because I actually really enjoyed the story. I thought the story was actually really good. And like finally like having confirmation on the plot twist, everything makes sense, so I like that. But I did like learning about the world. The world was like really fun to learn about. And it was really easy to read. Like I finished this in like 3 days. Like I finished it really, really easily, which was nice. And it does make me really, really curious about where the second book is going to go based on the cliffhanger you kind of get left off at. And I really like the way the magic system works on this. Like you're stronger on land, and like you need like blood and the earth to activate your abilities. Like Acker is like a metal wielder, which is really fun. We've got, let's see who else that I can say without being clearly spoiling. I won't say the names, but there's like a shapeshifter who shows up. There's one who can like read like emotions and stuff. There's one who can control people's minds. That's interesting. Trying to think. Which other ones were we shown? A couple others, but like, I don't know, it was interesting. And I really, really enjoyed it. It would have been a 5-star if I didn't call that ending, and I'm so upset about that. Because, ugh. If I just... if I just didn't call that ending, it would have been so, so good. But it was still good. I still liked it. I still really, really did like it. I'm still going to read the next one. And the next one, I feel like has to be bigger than this, considering all of the plot that we have to get told in the second one, because it's supposed to be only a duology, meaning it has to be a little, like, quite a bit bigger than this one, in my opinion, so we can answer all of the plot questions that we have, and to give it a satisfying conclusion. So, there's that. But I really, really enjoyed it otherwise. I'm just upset that I called it. But, like, moving on to the spoiler section, starting with Siege and Storm. It follows Mal and Alina, you know, doing their thing, like, sailing around. Not necessarily. And then the Darkling catches them, and they realize that because they left him in the dark of the fold, he's gained some weird, like, new powers. And, like, he scratched Alina with these new monster creatures that he created. And, like, it's, for what I feel, it wasn't explicitly answered, but it connected her to him. Like, she's able, like, to feel a lot of what he's feeling. Kind of like, spoilers for the Harry Potter series, spoiler, kind of like how Harry can feel through the connection that he has with Voldemort. It reminds me a lot of that. And I feel like it's only one-sided at the moment. I think it might turn double-sided in the next one. Like, maybe Alina will be able to use it to her advantage. But right now, only the Darkling's using it. And I love the Darkling. I think he is great. He's such a good villain. And Nikolai being the prince is just, oh, I love him. And him constantly just flirting with Alina, even though he knows it's probably not going to work between them because she's in love with Mal. Which, Mal doesn't deserve her, by the way. He really doesn't. He really, really doesn't deserve her. Because he thinks that she's going to change because of these powers and, like, the creatures that they're killing to get her more amplifiers to become, well, the saint, basically. And he's like, oh, you're going to change. You're, like, not going to be the girl I fell in love with. You didn't know you were in love with her until you saw her again at the palace in the last book. Like, she was already more confident and changed then. So you don't get to change your opinion now when she's finally comfortable with her abilities and she's not hiding herself for you. You have to accept her how she is. You can't just pick and choose parts of her to love. So it annoys me that he's like, oh, you're going to change, you're not going to love me. I'm like, she has loved you through everything, guy. And the questions I have about him was like, how is he this good of a tracker that he can track mythological creatures? Like, that is what gets me about him. Like, that is the one thing that is interesting about him. He has tracked the stag, he has tracked the giant serpent, and he's most likely going to track the firebird in the next book. So I'm like, how can you do this? How is this happening? So there's that, and I think that Nikolai's brother, the other prince, is really, really funny because he thinks I can be smarter than Nikolai. I'm like, you didn't go to school that Nikolai did. You didn't do everything Nikolai did. Of course you're not going to be as smart as him. But he's like, I'm still the prince. I'm still going to be in charge. And he, like, makes land deals, which in turn brings the Darkling to their doorstep. And I think it's really funny that he's the downfall of Ravka. And they all have to run, and Darkling's like, I'll let your friends live if you come with me. And she says yes, and she reaches across the connection, which why I think it's going to be another big thing in the next one. Like, she reaches across it, and she, like, drags him down, and Mal snaps her out of it. Even though they were broken up at the time, and they're probably going to get back together, and I'm really annoyed. But there's that. But they get separate at the end. Like, and Alina is extremely, like, broken and, like, burnt and not whole at the moment. She's, like, very extremely, I don't know what the word is, wounded, I guess, but she's not really. And like she's like in the cult that like basically worships her. And I think it's really funny. And like Jenya's there, and she was like basically tortured by the Darkling, and it was like all deformed and stuff. And like, it's so sad because she is such a complicated and good character. I really like her because she only chose a Darkling because he gave her out of the position that she was in, even though he put her there in the first place. But he gave her an out. And it was just so she felt indebted to him. And then when she like is tortured, she's like, then she like leaves with Alina and everyone else. And it's just it's so good. I love all of the side characters. They're so wonderfully written in my opinion. Like, because they're so like double-sided. Like they're like David, like he put the collar around Alina, yet he's still like on her side. And Zoya is just like, there's so many like interesting complex characterizations to the characters, and I really love that. But enough about this one. Moving on to the irresistible urge to follow my enemy. So Osric figures out he has this condition that's going to take away his magic, and if his what's it called, order, like his place that he like works, finds out, they would kill him. Like if assassins run out of their magic, they're gonna kill them. So he's like, he turns to the only person who has studied these types of like diseases, even though they're mostly like not real cures, they're just fantasy. He goes to Ardrin and he's like, I need you to fix me. And she's like, I can't do that. And he's like, fine, I will give you so much money to help fund the plague thing that you're working on if you fix me. Or at least try until I'm gone. So she's like, fine, because they definitely need the research to like figure out why the pox has come back. And so they go like on these different like side quests to see if they can fix him. And they sort of like, it's adorable, like the way their feelings change about each other. Like they like clearly detest each other in the beginning and like can't wait for this to be over. And she's like, I could just like fake helping him until he dies, but she's like, I'm a doctor, I can't do that. I actually have to help. And it's like, it's so conflicting against each other, and it's just it's so good. And then like constantly each other at like inconvenient times is just I really like that. And him like being like, I'm basically a traitor to my order for like working with these people. And he's like, I really don't know what to do, but I can't not die. Like, I can't die. And like the way he names his dogs is really cute. Like he names them after like what they were doing. And it's really, really funny. Trying to think. But like they go on like missions to like try and figure it out, and it's really, really fun. Let's see. But there's just so many like things that are just really, really interesting. And like they blackmail each other, and it's really, really, really cute, and I really, really love that. I'm trying to think, what does he name his dogs? Because I think it's really funny. Let's see. Let's see. But he names them such funny things. And I really do like it. But I can't really remember what they name them. And it's fine. It's just, I really, really like the names. I think they're really, really cute. But like they have to work together to solve like these issues, and they figure out like where the pox is coming from. It's like from this king who they accidentally kill, and it's just like, oh no. And it's just, it's really, really funny. And it has one of my favorite tropes at the end, which is like Osric is literally just sitting at her window and they're just talking, which hasn't happened. And it's like, uh, an awareness and understanding that came in a bursting, ecstatic, agonizing thrill. She sat in the moonlight as a lover and beloved. He hadn't paid attention. He'd been so stupid. God, so stupid. He no longer owned his heart. The thief was unconscious of her crime. And it's just like, it hadn't been love at first sight. God's, it's for that last sight. God's at last sight. And it's just, ugh. Like, he was like, I no longer own my heart. Like, I love that, even though it's so cheesy. Like, I love the way that line is really, really delivered. And it's just, ugh. Like, Osric has recognized that he has fallen in love with her. I don't know if, I think Audryn also as well, but she's trying to avoid it as much as she can. Because she doesn't think that she can love him because things will go wrong if they start to love each other since they're on, like, wrong sides of a war. And, like, people are, like, actually hunting, like, the order she's working for. And I think they're trying to hunt her. I don't know why yet, but, like, oh. It's just so, so good. And I really, really, really like it. It's just, ugh. I don't know. And there was just so, like, it was so cheesy, but, like, so interesting. And it was just, ugh. And I really, really, really liked it. Oh, here are the names. I found them. The names are arson, perjury, forgery, outraging public decency, high treason, uh, diverse felonies, creme brulee, rigor mortis. Like, he names them after what he was doing at the time. And I'm like, oh, that's so adorable and so cute. And I really like it. But I really did like this book. Okay, moving on to Stealing Embers. Now, this one was cheesy in the same way that one was, but I feel like this one was too much. Too much cliche, too much cheese, too many tropes. Like, it is very similar to so many other books I've read where, like, this lost girl figures out, oh, I'm this extremely powerful, like, person. I'm gonna go to this magic school and, like, that type of stuff. And meet the brooding, dark-haired guy, like, that type of thing. It's that type of thing. Like, it's cheesy, it's cliche, but, like, it's alright. I didn't love it, but I also didn't hate it, because there was enough new stuff to make me compelled. I like the found family stuff that they have going so far. It's not like a complete found family, because, well, it can't be not yet. It's only the first book, and, like, they literally just met each other. But she's, like, going through training, and then suddenly she's able to, like, this is, like, her transformed form. Like, it's the picture on the cover. Like, that's what she looks like when she's completely transformed. And she doesn't know how she does it. She doesn't know which angel descendant she's descendant from, which is interesting. And, like, she's being specifically hunted by the Forsaken because they need her for something. They need her blood for something. And it's really interesting. I don't know what yet. I mean, I have ideas, but I'm not 100% sure. And, like, the big bad Forsaken that we meet is Steele's twin sister, Silver, who, like, went missing when, like, they were kids and they were lost in the forest. And she's, like, been taken over by a Forsaken, and she said she chose this. And it's like, oh. And, like, at the end, like, he disappears because he's like, yeah, I'm going off to end my sister because that's the only thing I can do, because there's no way to heal someone for a Forsaken, which I think they'll figure out actually how to do later. But, like, right now there's no way, so he's going off to kill her. But I do like the other. I like Aurora, Blaze, Sterling, and Grayson. Like, I like all of them. I think they're really cute. I think the family is really cute. It's a bully romance. It really is, because Steele very much bullies her from the get-go. And, like, he is, I don't think, I mean, they've kissed a couple times. And he has been having dreams about her angel form since before they met. So I think it's gonna be like a mated scenario where, like, he's dreaming about his mate. Like, it's gonna be like mates and stuff, which is fine. Like, I'm fine with that. It's just, it's a little, not confusing. That's not the right word. It's just, I don't know how to feel about it. But let's see. Let's see what else happens that I liked. I like at the end they figure out that, like, her angel parents are, like, the angels that didn't fall because they're all descendant from fallen angels. that like fell at some point in time, but she is like related to the one parent is a fallen angel that doesn't like exist anymore. Like no one knows where that one is. Like they just don't exist anymore, and they're distinctly called just the angels, which is kind of confusing. And she's also a descendant from what's the other one called? Let's see. And a seraphim, which are like the highest angel you could be. So there's that, which is interesting. I really like that. And like she's been sent like this companion who is a little like shapeshifter chipmunk thing. And he only shows up at the end, which gives like a big cliffhanger to the ending. Let's see what else happened that I liked. Not really much. I don't know. I wasn't really a huge fan of it, but there were some parts that I really liked, so I'll give it that. And I am gonna read the next one to see if I like it. Yeah, literally not much that I liked. Oh, and she can basically like have wings in the real world because they can go into the angel world where they transform in their angel selves. And like, but they can also like, they can't really use their power stuff in like the real world, but she somehow can like grow her wings. And I like that because I love wings. Like I love like the idea of like writing a character who has wings because like they're very advantageous, but they're also extremely not very advantageous. Like they can be a disadvantage sometimes. So I like seeing how authors write that. Okay. Moving on to the last one, Metal Slinger. I called that she was part of the Rebel Alliance from Alaha. I called that right from the point where it said, not Messer, but Kai's father said that they think Aurora is part of like the Alaha rebellion. And I'm like, yeah, I think that our main character Bryn is part of that. What I didn't call was for her to actually be in love with Acker. I thought she was going to be playing him the whole time and not genuinely have fallen in love with him. That was what surprised me. I thought Kai was going to be the main love interest, which was kind of disappointing because I really liked Acker, but now that like Acker and her are actually fated mates, I'm like, okay, I'm really interested. And like I also called that Kai wasn't necessarily using his ability on her when she didn't have the weird feelings up until Acker started pointing out that she should have these feelings. Because normally when an author wants you to register that something is happening, they'll write in like a feeling and like you'll be able to connect the dots. It wasn't there at all until Acker pointed it out. And like that is what she was needed to feel in order to convince Acker that she's like, oh, I believe you. So I liked that. I like that somehow Bo was part of this rebellion. I'm like, how did Bo get to be part of this? Did she recruit Bo like when they were like at the library with their mom or something? But I liked that, and like I like how Acker felt like so betrayed. And I'm like, I mean, I know you love her because you're fated mates, and you've always loved her since she was like Princess Jody before she was kidnapped by Kai's dad. And like I think Kai, Messer, and Bryn, Jody, and Aurora are like building the rebellion against Kai's dad and the land people. Like I don't think they're necessarily allied with Kai's dad. Like I think they still know that he is not necessarily good. Because if they knew that he was necessarily good, I don't think we would have had the whole plot point of him being a bad guy. And I also think that Acker's father is a bad guy. Based on like the new plot point they pointed out at the end, he might be the mind controller, which I could be interested in. I could see that. And like the whole thing of why is Acker's mom on the island? That's also really interesting. I'd like to know the answer to that. But I really, really did like it. And her being like a light wielder is just, it's so fun. I like that. And her like being Princess Jody and stuff, it's fun. Ecker's dad is awful. I hate him. I like Bo. I like Messer. I like that his shapeshifting ability wasn't like really noticed. Like, I could have pieced together that it was probably Messer, but I didn't. And it was just, ugh. I really liked when that came together. And the funny thing is, I literally forgot that I had that theory that she was part of the Alliance. Until that chapter brought it up where we were going back in time and she was talking to Kai about rescuing him. And I'm like, damn, that makes sense. Because I called it so early in the beginning that I forgot about it. Because I'm like, oh, this isn't going to be a plot point. But then when I read it, I'm like, I called this, didn't I? But I forgot about it because the story was actually engaging and I liked it. I wasn't necessarily worried about the plot twist. But it was a good plot twist. If I didn't call it, I would have loved it. It would have been a 5-star if I was able to not call it the plot twist. Which is why I was upset. But I really, really did like that. And I wonder where we're going to go from there. Like, are we going to go back to being enemies? Like, I mean, they can hate each other because of the bond. Like, I mean, sure, they can hate each other for a bit, but, like, they're not going to end up that way. Because they've heard that when you don't join the bond, bad things happen. And they, like, completely accepted the bond right before the betrayal. So now I'm like, what's going to happen? Ugh. And I like the way the magic system works where you can, like, basically cut out the magic. Like, they cut out the king's magic, which is fun. I mean, they were going to kill him, but, like, Acker was like, you owe me a life debt. And she was like, fine, yeah, I do. So she spared him, but, like, cut out his magic. And, like, now they're running and, like, ugh. It's going to be so funny when, like, they're trying to kill each other, but they know they can't. Oh, that'll be so, so fun. And I will really, really love it. But, like, I wasn't expecting her to genuinely actually be in love with him. I thought Kai was going to be the main love interest, but now I'm like, he's going to be the main love interest. It's just, how do we get from point A to point B? Like, how do we get from the hating to loving each other in, like, one book and not, like, a series? So, I am interested in that. But, otherwise, I actually really liked that book. And the book I'm reading now is, I've talked about this a bit. Not too much, but, Immortal Consequences with the pretty sprayed edges and the pretty shiny, cover. Like, where they're in like, an afterlife academy, which is really, really fun. And, like, there's things worse than death, and it's, like, there's so many POVs, there's, like, 6 of them, which will be really, really fun. So I am really excited for this. Trying to think. I will probably do, I don't know what my video will be next week. I might rank the books I read over the year, and there's like 55 or 54 that I read. So I might do that. I might do my book haul because I bought more books because I went to the bookstore and I had gift cards, so I bought books. But you'll be proud of me. I don't think I bought a book that was not a standalone or part of a series. I think I bought series that I was reading already. So you'll be proud of me. I haven't bought a book that I wasn't going to read. So that's, like, really fun. Yeah, but I really don't know which video I should do next. If you guys have any ideas, please comment below. But December was a really good month. Like, I liked all the books I read. I mean, there wasn't, like, a one I liked, like, really, really good. It's going into, like, my God tier. But there wasn't any books that I was like, this is trash, I want to throw it away. But to be fair, I almost never find a book that I think is trash. Like, almost every single book I've read, there's something that I at least like about it. So, I at least like something about it. So it's like, I don't know if we're ever going to get to a book where I'm like, I hate this all, I want it to go away. Because it's been years since I read a book that was like that. And I only remember the title of it. It was so bad. But I really liked all of them. They were all, like, really, really good. And I really liked them. So, if you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, everyone.